So, as I said in a video last year, sometimes my sleep patterns can be irregular. I think the season, the weather plays a factor. And also, as I've said previously, I don't usually remember my dreams in any great detail. You get to the business of the day after you get out of bed. Your conscious mind wakes up. You start going through the motions and you forget your dreams, right? At least that's how it is for me. I'm sure many can relate to that. But occasionally I'll have these vivid dreams or nightmares that really stick in my mind. The details are clear, the sights, the sounds and the smells seemingly real. A couple of nights ago, it's one of these nights where I feel restless. I kinda get that way if I haven't been working a shift earlier. Yeah, I get restless. So I go to bed about midnight, but I can't nod off. I don't know, maybe I'm awake for a few hours before I finally fall asleep. I have several nightmares this particular night, or morning technically speaking. First one, I'm walking down the street. This is vivid, not usual for me. I know the street, it's the street on my way to work in my hometown. Anyway, I'm walking. As I try to greet people, tip my hat, say hello, people get this look of fear and disgust on their faces. Some even run away. I try to walk into a shop. The door slams shut and someone from inside shouts, "Go away! Please just go away!" I carry on up the street, fear and despair creeping in now. I see a cop car up ahead and I hear the police shouting, "Stop! Let me see your hands!" I stop and I look at my own hands. They seem completely normal to me. I look at the police and I spin around to take it in, looking at the people who are hanging out of their windows or peeking through the curtains of their houses, fear and disgust plastered all over their faces. Someone now shouts, "Shoot it! Shoot it!" referring to me. I wake up at this point, but in a groggy, semi-conscious sort of way. In that way where you feel that if you nod off again, you will be straight back into it where you left off. But I managed to get my head off the pillow for a couple of minutes before sinking back down, back to sleep. Now, I'm in a park, my local park. It's a sunny day, kids playing, making noise, people walking their dogs, then bang! All of a sudden, it's night time. But it's not pitch black. I can make out the figures of people. No noise now, no playing. Everyone is staring at me. Maybe 20-30 people, blank expressions, just staring. I wake up again with more of a jolt this time around. This little weird nightmare aroused more anxiety than the last one, I think. So I get up, I go for a piss, try and shake it off. The nightmare, I mean. Not my dick, although I shook that too. Yeah, back to bed, back to sleep, back on the street from the first episode, the first nightmare. But now, the focus isn't me. Everyone is screaming and saying, "They're coming! They're coming!" I feel a sense of dread and the urge to look up. When I do, my vision extends impossibly into space, where I see creatures travelling at great speed towards the earth. At first they look like giant jellyfish, then they shapeshift into insect-like things. Then they morph again, slowly, into more human-looking creatures, but by no means entirely human. They kind of look crystal-like, semi-translucent, if that's the right word. They have claws, elongated faces, teeth like piranhas, and they seem to move effortlessly. My vision returns to the street, to the earth. Now, though, there's no screaming. No, the people are dead. Dogs, cats, dead also. No noise. I look up again, waiting for them to arrive. But they never do. I wake up again, feeling pissed off this time. I check my clock, it's 4:30 in the morning. My head goes back on the pillow, but it takes me maybe an hour to get back into the land of Nod this time. When I do get back to sleep, the last episode, the last nightmare, I find myself in a castle, dark and dank. I go and look out of the hole in the wall, and I figure out I'm on the top floor. I look down. I see a cluster of people looking back up at me, longingly looking at me, as if waiting for instructions. I turn around, and in the corner of the room, there's an old woman, really old. Without looking at me, she smiles, just a little, and says, "The time has come." I look out of the window again. Now, it's not just a cluster of people, it's a crowd, looking up, again, as if waiting instructions. I close my eyes. Again, the woman's voice. This time she says, "The weak are yours to control." Opening my eyes now, the crowd is further than the eye can see. It's a mass of humanity. Right, now this is the part which woke me up in a cold sweat. I feel the old woman's hand, cold, bony, horrible hand, clasp my shoulder. Seemingly very real, very unpleasant moment. It's very rare I should wake up in a cold sweat. And that was it for me. I didn't get back to sleep then. Went to work the next day, with the nightmares clear in the back of my mind. Slept really well the following evening. Yeah, couldn't remember any dreams from that night, so maybe just a straight black sleep. So yeah, there it is. What all of this means, I'm not sure. Fears and anxieties bubbling up from the unconscious mind, I guess. If you've had any vivid nightmares yourself recently, of which you can remember the details, clearly, please use the comment section, folks, you know. Yeah, feel free. Or if you have any questions for me, ask away. That being said, I will bid you good day, folks. All the best.